Okay, guys. It looks like it's just us today because I forgot to send out the reminder email that I was back. So this is awesome. Everybody else just gets to watch online. Hi, guys. Today's class is our first class back after a week, so it might seem a little tough. That's okay. With that being said, please remember to always take your own modifications or ask me for modification. If anything's too difficult, I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want to fill out paperwork. I don't want to learn how to fill out the paperwork. I want everybody to be safe and be able to come to class on Thursday. So let's go ahead and take those modifications as we need. Just go ahead, push back in child's pose. I'll let you in on a secret. I even take a modification sometimes too. So you just can't tell because I'm teaching the class. But yeah, always take those modifications. Today's level of intensity will still be at that level too. Other than that, we're going to err on that 40-minute side again, taking our time. Today's focus will be on that muscle building, so a lot of strength training, but also on that mobility. We're trying to open up and expand on every breath, doing that safely, not trying to stretch too deep mind blank. Not trying to stretch too deep too fast. We always want to gradually increase our way in there. With that, let's go ahead and get started in that child's pose, keeping our knees wide on the mat. If you're looking for a deeper hip stretch, you're going to open up those knees a little bit more. Walking our hands all the way down. Taking this time to bring awareness to all four corners of your body. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, feeling your forearms pressed into the mat. Focusing on your breathing, you might take this time to box breathe here. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold, and repeat. Every inhale, looking for length through your fingertips, maybe walking them out just a little bit further. And every exhale, you're sinking your chest further and further to the floor. Option to add a little bit of mobility through this stretch, warming up your hips by rocking side to side. Remembering to breathe, letting go of any tension built up throughout the day, setting your intentions for today's class. Taking one more deep breath in. On your next exhale, you're going to push yourself up, finding that tabletop position. You're going to want your shoulders stacked over top of your wrists, your hips stacked over top of your knees. From here, we're just going to do a little weight shifting, warming up those shoulders, circling our spine, keeping our weight pressed into the heels of our palms, using your fingertips to regain balance, keeping your core tight and lifted here. That should be your force of direction. Slowly trying to increase the circumference of your circle. Still staying lifted through your pelvis. For one more deep breath in. On your next exhale, we're going to transition into those cat-cows again, coming back into that neutral spine, shoulders stacked over our wrists. You're going to inhale, lifting up through your belly button, and exhale, arching your back upward, chest to the sky. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chest to sky. Doing this with your breath and at a pace that feels comfortable to you. Slowly trying to get more of a stretch through your spine. One more. Inhale. Exhale, going all the way back into your neutral spine. From here, we're just going to lift up, starting with your left arm, pulling it back, using that shoulder blade, punching it behind you, finding length through your fingertips, coming forward. Exhale, lowering completely to the mat. Doing the same thing with the other side, lifting your right arm, looking for length through your fingertips. Exhale, bringing your shoulder blade back, elbow to your side. Looking for length one more time. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting your left arm. Exhale, elbow to your side, bringing that shoulder blade back. Inhale, looking for length through your fingertips. Exhale, lower. Making sure you're engaging your traps, so that middle part of your back, as you're pinching that shoulder blade in, doing this at your own pace, but remembering to keep that breath steady. Trying to deepen that stretch every time you pull back, making sure you're squeezing those muscles and engaging them. You still want to keep your pelvis lifted and your core tight. That is your moment of balance here. Go ahead and do this one more time on each side, lifting, pulling back, finding length, lower. Last one, lift, pull back, length, and lower. If you've been to our other classes, you know what a bird dog is. This time, go ahead and lift your left arm up, kick your right leg back, still keeping that neutral spine. Your pelvis should still stay lifted. And on your inhale, you're looking for length, fingertips to toes. Exhale, bringing your elbow to your knee. Hold for one breath. Inhale, coming back, looking for length through your fingertips and your toes. Exhale, bringing your elbow to your knee. Hold. Inhale, length. Exhale, bringing in. Remember to keep your core engaged here, still wanting to keep that neutral spine. For two more. Last one, elbow to knee. And extend. We're going to go ahead and stay extended here. Transition into those windshield wipers, bringing your left elbow to that 90, kicking your right leg out, and extending both on that exhale. Inhale, elbow to 90, kicking that right leg out, extending both, finding length through your fingertips and your toes. Pushing through that right arm. Remembering to stay breathing. Should be engaging your right glute. Last one. Exhale, lowering all the way down. Now that our cores are sore, we're going to do the same thing for the other side now. Bringing into those bird dogs, lifting your right arm up, kicking that left leg back, length through your fingertips and your toes. Exhale, crunching. Finding elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Still engaging that core. I know it's burning now. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Remembering to keep that pelvis engaged. Lifted, core's tight. Feeling this a little bit through your back too, that's okay. For two more. And last one. Bringing those fingertips and those toes out again. We're going to go into those windshield wipers. Bringing your right arm into that 90, kicking that left leg out, and extending. Remembering to breathe. Stay balanced through your core. Only 3 more here, making sure you're engaging that left glute. Taking those breaths. Last one. And lowering all the way back down. Taking a breath here. Second to take those spine circles if you need. When you're ready, you're going to curl your toes underneath of you, pushing through the heels of your palms and lifting through that core again. We're going to come all the way up into that downward dog, pedaling your feet out, waking up the backs of your knees. Pushing through your shoulders, working towards pushing those ribs all the way into the tops of your thighs. Deep breaths in. We're almost done with core. Not quite, but almost. This next series is going to be a flow through downward dog. Alternating knee tucks to leg lifts, starting with those knee tucks as you're comfortable in downward dog. Bringing your right knee in to touch your left elbow. And exhale, pushing back, downward dog. Left knee, right elbow. Still using that core, pushing through your shoulders. And back into downward dog. Still staying lifted through that pelvis, alternating right knee, left elbow. Pushing back, downward dog. Keeping a slight bend through those elbows, pushing through the heels of your palms. One more time, left knee, right elbow. Exhale, back into downward dog. Heading into one more sequence for the core. This time, it's going to be roughly the same thing, but we're going to add in a leg lift to get that glute workout in. Bringing our right knee to that left elbow. Exhale, kicking that right leg all the way back up and lower. Lifting the left leg. Knee to elbow, and kicking it all the way back up and lower. Keep doing that with your own breath at a pace that feels comfortable for you. Remembering to keep your shoulders engaged, your core lifted, pushing through the heels of your palms, keeping that pressure off of your wrist joints. For 2 more. And last one, on our right leg lifting. And as you lower, you're going to lower all the way down to your knees, walking your hands forward, pushing yourself all the way down, coming into a baby cobra. Pushing through your fingertips. Looking to deepen that stretch through your back. Slowly trying to push up a little bit more on every exhale. Taking one more deep breath in. Exhale, pushing through the heels of your palms, coming back into that child's pose. Rolling out your wrists if that feels comfortable. On your next exhale, walking your hands to the left, looking for a stretch through your right side body. One more deep breath in. Exhale, walking your hands to the right, stretching out that left side body. Exhale, walking back to center, pushing yourself up, tabletop position, curling your toes underneath, pushing up, downward dog, and walking your hands to your feet, coming straight into a forward fold. Go ahead and let yourself hang here. Alternating, bending your knees if that feels comfortable. On your next deep breath, go ahead and lift yourself all the way up to standing. Fingertips reaching to the ceiling, taking those little side bends if that feels comfortable. One more deep breath in. We're going to dive all the way back down. On your next inhale, coming up into a half lift, hinging at the hips, keeping that back flat, engaging your core here. Go ahead and lift your arms up into that Y. Should feel like you're pinching a pencil between your scapula. Exhale, lowering your arms back down, coming into that forward fold. We're going to repeat that sequence 2 more times now. So inhale, coming all the way back up, fingertips reaching to the ceiling, holding here. Exhale, diving all the way down, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift, arms to the Y. Exhale, lowering all the way back down. Last one, inhale, lift, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, lowering down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, arms to Y. Exhale, lowering all the way back down. When you're ready, we're going to enter into our next flow sequence. Go ahead and lift your left arm up, bending your right knee, reaching to the ceiling. Exhale, lowering your left arm back down, bending your left knee, reaching up with your right arm. Lowering down, bending the knee, and lift. Lower, bend, lift. Doing this with your breath, but still trying to increase that mobility through that upper chest area. Looking for length through your fingertips as you inhale, deepening your stretch on every exhale. For 2 more. Last one. Lowering all the way back down, forward fold. Inhale, lifting back up, reaching to the sky. Slowly stepping our feet a little bit wider on our mat. Taking those deep breaths in, reaching above. Coming into our squat series, hinging our hips back, still keeping our knees stacked over our feet. Exhale, pushing up, squeezing those glutes at the top, sending your arms back. Inhale, slowly lowering down. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. This time we're going to come into a curtsy lunge. So it's almost similar, but you're going to step your foot behind, lunge, and back up. Stepping a foot behind and pushing yourself back up. Go ahead and take a squat in between if you're feeling like you want to challenge. Remembering to push through those glutes, keeping our knees stacked over our feet. Trying not to round out that lower back. Engaging our legs the entire time. Last set. This time you're just going to come up to standing and breathe. Exhale, lowering your arms, interlacing them behind your back, or reaching for your fingertips. Feel free to stand here, or increase the intensity by coming all the way into a forward fold. Taking those deep breaths. Exhale, unhooking your arms, bring them all the way down to the ground, walking your hands all the way, coming into a high plank. Still wanting to keep those wrists stacked under our shoulders, slowly lowering all the way down to your stomach, pushing up, finding that baby cobra. Looking for depth through your spine as you stretch here. If you'd like to increase the intensity, go ahead and look over each shoulder. Deep breath. And on your next exhale, pushing yourself back up, finding that tabletop position. When you're ready, you're going to lower down to your right forearm, keeping that left stacked up. Coming into our hydrants, you still want to keep your hips stacked over your knees, but you're going to lift your left leg this time, engaging that left glute, lowering it all the way back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, squeezing through your core. Staying strong through your stomach. Bracing with that right glute, lifting with your left. For 2 more. Last one. Keeping that left leg lifted, we're going to take that knee and tap to the other side of our right leg. And crossing back over. Lift, tap, cross back over. Still pushing through the heel of your left palm, making sure you're lifted through your core. For 2 more. Last one. Exhale, you're going to extend your left leg all the way out, lower, and lift. Starting to feel a burn through your left and your right glute. I'm going to do 2 more taps. Last one. Coming into 6 baby pulses, still staying strong through that left glute. 5 and 6, bringing that knee all the way back to the ground, pushing up, sitting on your right glute now. Lift your left leg over, coming into a crossbody stretch. For a nice break through that left and right hip. Wanting to stay upright through your chest. Should feel like there's a string connected to the top of your head and pulling you up. For one more deep breath, slowly trying to deepen that twist through your spine. Exhale, unhooking your legs, twisting back, coming into that tabletop position. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing for the other leg now, bringing your left forearm all the way to the ground. Still kicking up, coming into those hydrants with that right leg now. Keeping that right glute engaged, bracing with your left. Staying strong through your core. Pushing through the heel of your right palm. For 2 more. Last one. Staying lifted, keeping that knee up. Go ahead and tap behind that left leg and arcing back over. Lift, tap, arc back over. Using your left glute to stay braced during that arc. Increasing that mobility through your hips. Last one. Go ahead and extend your leg all the way out. Taking those small lifts. Lowering. Lift. Remembering to stay engaged through your core. Lifting through your right glute, not using your hip. For 1 more. And coming straight into those baby taps. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Lowering all the way back down, tabletop position. Coming over to sit on that left glute now. Wrapping your right leg over. That body twist. Remembering to stay upright. Slowly trying to deepen through this stretch. Holding here for 1 more deep breath. Trying to get a little bit deeper through that twist. Exhale, unwrapping your legs. Coming back, finding that tabletop position. We're going to take our little tabletop knee hovers, lifting yourself up. Exhale, tapping your knees back down. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. For 2 more. Last one. This time you're going to stay lifted, or if you'd like to take that modification, feel free to stay all the way down. We're just going to open up our arms to each side, alternating, finding expansion through your chest. Pushing through the heels of your palms, keeping those quads strong, your core lifted. For 1 more. Last one. Lowering all the way down. Still keeping your hips high, you're just going to walk your hands forward, coming into a puppy pose. Looking for depth through your upper back. When you're ready, go ahead and twist your palms to the ceiling, trying to lift them up to touch your back. Breathing through this stretch here. On every exhale, looking to increase the depth through your shoulders, taking one more breath in. Exhale, lowering your palms back down and pushing yourself into a kneeling position. Here, lifting your arms all the way up. And exhale, twisting to your left. Inhale, lifting your arms up, twisting through your right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. For two more. Last one. We're going to go all the way back to center, lowering your hands completely, shifting to your glutes. Keeping our feet planted on the floor, we're going to lift our arms up. Exhale, slowly trying to lower down. Lowering your palms down too, still keeping that core braced. You want to keep your chest up and lifted, keeping that pelvic floor tilted. Bringing your arms out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Should be a bit of a shoulder workout too. Trying to keep that back lifted. Engaging our core the whole time. Last one. Lowering all the way down onto your back. Bringing our feet and our toes together, opening your knees, keeping your arms above your head. We're going to lower our toes to touch the ground, using your core, lifting them to come all the way back up. You don't want to have a space between your spine and the floor. You want to keep that gap filled the whole time. Keeping that core on, lowering down, using your core to stay lifted. If you want to incorporate your hands in, you can. Bringing your hands to your feet, lowering down. Last one. Straightening your legs all the way out. We're going to come into a modified bicycle crunch. Feel free to take your fingers to your temples. You don't want to reach your hands behind your head because then you're crunching yourself up. Go ahead and lift that left knee, bringing your right elbow to meet at the top and lower back down. Left elbow, right knee. Still using that core, filling the space on your mat where your spine is. The entirety of your lower back should be touching this whole time. Two more. And last one. Bending your knees up. Go ahead and kick that right leg up, hooking it over top of your left. Taking your hands, grabbing on to your left hamstring or the top of your left shin. Gently pulling that leg closer to you. Rocking side to side if that feels comfortable. Taking one more deep breath in. As you're comfortable, sending both hands to either side of your body, gently letting your hips fall to the left. Taking one more deep breath in. Exhale, moving yourself back up to center, unhooking your left from your right. Bring your left leg, popping it back over, grabbed onto your right shin or your right hamstring. Slowly working your way into that runner's stretch. Feel free to rock side to side here if that feels comfortable. One more deep breath in, and then sending our hands to either side of our body, letting your hips fall to the right. Taking one more deep breath in, and slowly pushing yourself back up to center, unhooking your left leg from your right, bringing the soles of your feet together, slowly letting your knees fall to either side of your body, placing one hand over your heart, one hand over your stomach. We're going to meet here for our last few breaths of class today. Taking this time to slowly bring awareness to all four corners of your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, feeling the rise and fall of your chest, slowly letting yourself sink further and further into the floor. Taking this time to box breathe, in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold, and repeat. Allowing yourself to let go of any tension that's built up throughout the day. Setting intentions for the rest of the day. That brings us to the end of today's class. Feel free to stay and continue stretching. That feels comfortable to you. But I look forward to seeing you all, everybody online too, again on Thursday. Thank you for coming and have a wonderful day.